Hi, welcome. Today I'll take you through CSM-184 with sample questions with guided solutions. So without wasting much time, let's start. Question 1 says, if -2, 4, and 10 are entered into the cells D2, D3, and D4 respectively, and the formula equals ABS into bracket D2 plus D4 divided by D2 times D3 plus 2 entered into D5. Then D5 would display. Now, to solve this, when you take a look at the question says D2 is -2, and then D3 is 4, and then D4 is 10. Okay, so I'll rewrite this function, which is ABS D2 plus D4 divided by D2 times D3 plus 2. So after rewriting the function, we are going to substitute each of the values into it. Now, our D2 was -2, isn't it? And then D3 was 4, and then D4 is what? 5. So we substitute them into the function. So we have ABS -2 plus 10 divided by -2. D2 is -2, D4 is 10, and then D3 is 4 plus 2. Okay. Now, when you have this, now the first thing you are going to do before you operate the addition, multiplication, division, and whatever is to solve the ABS -2 first. Now, when we say ABS -2, what does it mean? Now, ABS stands for absolute value of something. Okay, so whenever you have ABS into bracket -5, the answer will be 5. Okay, so ABS -2 should give you +2. It means absolute value of -2. Okay, that's the meaning. So ABS -2 will give you what? +2. So you rewrite that. So we have ABS -2 written as +2 plus 10 divided by -2 times 4 plus 2. The next thing you are going to do before you operate the addition, you need to operate the division and multiplication, either of them. But the rule is that you should operate from the left. Okay, so since division is at your left and multiplication is at your right, you need to work the division first. If multiplication were to be at the left and division is at the right, you would have operated the multiplication first before the division. But because division is at the left, you have to operate the division first. So to operate the division first, 10 divided by -2 will give you what? -5, isn't it? So we rewrite 2 plus, so we only work this, 10 divided by -2, and that gives us -5 times 4 plus 2. So now that we are done with the division, we can now work out the multiplication. So -5 times 4 will give you what? -20, isn't it? So you have 2 plus -20 plus 2. So when you put this on your calculator, 2 plus -20 plus 2, that should give you -16. So the correct answer for question 1 is B. When you get to this stage 3, okay, you can put it straight on your calculator. You can type 2 plus 10, then you use the division. Please use the division sign located at where the multiplication, addition, and subtraction signs are. Okay, that particular one, use it. Then you put into bracket -2 times 4 plus 2. When you punch this on your calculator will give you -16 straight. Okay, so the correct answer for question 1 is B. So let's proceed to the next question. Question 2 says, if B3 and B4 contains -10 and -15 respectively, then the formula -B3 minus B4 will produce. Now to solve this, since B3 is -10 and then B4 is -15, then we replace them into this formula. So it's going to be negative. So in place of B3, we put -10 there in brackets. Okay, then minus, now in place of this B4 we put negative 15. So negative times negative 10 should give you positive 10, isn't it? And this negative times this negative should also give you positive 15. So you are going to have positive 10, positive 15. So 10 plus 15, okay. And 10 plus 15 will give you 25. Now, if you're able to substitute this properly, you can just put this on your calculator straight. As in negative, then you put into bracket neg 10, minus, then you put into bracket again neg 15. When you press equal to, calculator will give you the correct answer as 25. So the correct answer for question 2 is D. Let's proceed to the next question. Question 3 says, the formula equals 6 plus 27 divided by 3 plus 2 exponent 3. This sign means exponent, okay, divided by 2 times 2. Now, to solve this question, we are going to follow the order of operation, okay. Now, in order to follow the order of operation, you can see that we have plus here, division here, exponent, and multiplication. Now, among these 4 operations, which one are we supposed to operate first? The first one you must operate among these 4 should be the exponent, okay. So we are going to operate the exponent first, okay. Now, so 2 exponent 3 will give you what? 8, isn't it? So we have 6 plus 27 divided by 3. Now, since 2 exponent 3 give you 8, then we substitute it there. Then divided by 2 times 2, okay. Now, after operating the exponent, the next thing to operate is between multiplication and division, okay. But remember, I told you that you start from the left, okay. Since division is at the left and then multiplication is at your right, we are going to operate the divisions first. So 27 divided by 3 should give you what? Positive 9, isn't it? And also 8 divided by 2 should give you positive 4, isn't it? So we will have 6 plus 9 plus 4 times 2. Since 27 divided by 3 is giving us the 9, and 8 divided by 2 is giving us the 4. Okay. Then after operating the division, then we can now operate the multiplication. So 4 times 2 will give you what? 8, isn't it? So that will give you 6 plus 9 plus 8. Okay. And then 6 plus 9 plus 8 should give you positive 23. So the correct answer for question 3 is B. Now, when you are at this stage, okay, you can put everything on calculator. Calculator will give you 23. Try it and see. 6 plus 27. Then use the division I told you about. The one that's where the multiplication, addition, subtraction are. Okay. Use that particular one. Then 3 plus 8 divided by 2 times 2. Then you click the equal to key. It will give you positive 23. So that's the answer for question 3. So let's proceed to the next question. Question 4 says, what is the result of the formula equals 28 divided by 2 times 7? To solve this, now remember, I told you that for division and multiplication, we choose the one to do first among them depending on where it is located. So when you look at division, division is at the what? Left side, and multiplication is at the right side. So you need to operate the division first. If multiplication were to be at the left side and then the division is at the right side, you would have worked the multiplication first, okay. So, but for this particular one, we will work the division first, okay. So 28 divided by 2 should give you what? 14. So you write 14 times 7, and 14 times 7 should give you 98. So the correct answer for question 4 is 98, okay. And 98 is not in the possible answers. So I'll rather choose E, neither A nor B, okay, or none of the above, okay. Try this by putting this on your calculator to confirm it. I've seen a past question where they choose C as the answer. Please, it's not correct, okay. Take your calculator, point 28 divided by 2 times 7. Use the division located at where the multiplication multiplication, addition, and subtraction are. Okay, use that particular one. Don't use any other division. If you want to confirm if 98 is really the answer, take your computer and then open your Excel. Then you enter a particular cell, then you press equal to. Then you enter 28, then you use the division, 2, multiplication, then 7, and click enter. Excel will also give you 98. Okay, so 2 is not the correct answer for this. So let's proceed to the next question. Question 5 says, what will the formula equals mode into bracket 32111 22214 return? Now, to solve this, you count. Now, 3 occurs once, isn't it? And when you look at 2, we have how many 2's? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 2's, okay? And then when you look at 1 also, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 1's, and then we have 4 1's, okay? Now, it means that this is a bimodal. We have the mode are 2 and 1. But Excel is going to return 2. The reason Excel will return 2 is that 2 comes first. Okay. If you were to have this kind of question, look at this. 3 1 2 2 2 1 1 1 2 4. Now, when you put this in Excel, Excel will return 1 as the answer. Even though 1 appears 4 times and 2 also appear 4 times, but because 1 comes first in the bracket before 2, it will return 1 as the answer. Here 2 comes before 1, that is why it returns 2 as the answer. Okay, you can try that. Open your Excel and put this in it. You see that. So the correct answer for question 5 is B. So let's proceed to the next question. Question 6 says, what will the formula equals median 13526 return? To solve this, the best thing is to rearrange this in what? In ascending order. So you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So to find the median, this is out, this is out, this is out, this is out. So you are left with this 1 digit at the middle. So this particular one becomes the median. So the correct answer for question 6 is C. Question 7. The result of the formula equals -5 plus SQRT into bracket facts into bracket 3 plus 3 divided by 3 bracket close exponent 4 is. Now to solve this, now since we have a bracket here, we need to deal with the bracket first. Okay, now within the bracket we have another bracket within, and that says facts 3 plus 3. So we need to deal with it also first. And also, we need to deal with fact 3 plus 3 divided by 3 before we come to SQRT of what we will get. Okay. So to do that, now when we say fact 3, what does it mean? Fact 3 means 3 factorial. Okay. Fact 4 means 4 factorial. So 3 factorial means 3 times 2 times 1. 4 factorial means 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 5 factorial means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay. 6 factorial means 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay. So fact 3 means 3 factorial, which is 3 times 2 times 1. And that will give you what? 6. So I'll rewrite this as -5 plus SQRT. Now, it is fact 3 alone that give me the 6. So I'll substitute it there. Bracket open 6. Then there's a plus here, plus 3. So I write it. Bracket close, divided by 3. Then I close a bracket, exponent 4. Okay. Now you see that you have a small bracket here also that you need to deal with, which is 6 plus 3. Isn't it? So 6 plus 3 will give you 9. So I'll write that there. So I'll have -5 plus into bracket SQRT. Since 6 plus 3 give me 9, then I write 9 here. Divided by 3, brackets close, exponent 4. Now, SQRT 9 also means square root of 9. When you have SQRT 16, it means square root of 16. So, What is the square root of 9? The square root of 9 is what? 3, isn't it? So we have -5 plus into bracket. Since square root of 9 give us 3, so we write 3 there. Divided by 3, bracket close, exponent 4. Let's deal with what is in this bracket also. Now 3 divided by 3 should give us what? 1, isn't it? So we have -5 plus 1 exponent 4. I told you this sign means exponent. Okay. So now we can now deal with the exponent. You need to deal with what is in a bracket first before you deal with its exponent. Okay. Because this exponent of 4 is affecting the entire bracket that contains SQRT fact 3 plus 3 divided by 3. So we need to simplify everything within the bracket before we take its exponent. Okay. So 1 exponent 4 would definitely give you 1. 1 exponent any number will give you 1. Okay. So we are going to have -5 plus 1. And -5 plus 1 should give you -4. So the correct answer for question 7 is B. Question 8. If the formula equals SQRT into bracket per ABS into bracket -2, comma 2, bracket close again. Now this particular bracket is closed for this one, for the where the bracket starts for ABS. And this second bracket is closed for this one, okay, where the power starts from. Now to solve this also, first we need to solve what is within the smaller bracket here. Now ABS -2 means what? Absolute value of -2, isn't it? An absolute value of a negative number should give you it positive. Okay, so absolute value of -2 should give you +2. Okay, so we write SQRT, then power. Since ABS -2 is giving us +2, then we write 2, comma 2. Okay, now after doing that, now when we say power into bracket 2, comma 2, what does it also mean? Now anytime you have power into bracket, let's say 3, comma 2, it means 3 exponent 2. That's the meaning. So when you have power 2, comma 2, it means 2 exponent 2. That's the meaning. If you have power 4, comma 2, it means 4 exponent 2. Okay. So power 2, comma 2 means 2 exponent 2. Okay. So 2 exponent 2 will give you what? 4. So you have SQRT 4. Meaning the whole of power 2, comma 2 give you 4. Okay, power 2, comma 2 means 2 exponent 2. So it gives you 4. Now, when we say SQRT also, what does it mean? SQRT means square root of. Okay, so square root of 4 will give you what? +2. So the correct answer for question 8 is C. Question 9. Which formula below will add the value of B2 to the value of C3? For this, the correct answer is A. So when you want to add the value of B2 to C3, you need to enter equals B2 plus C3. Okay. If one of the possible answers also write B2 plus C3 without bringing the equal to sign, please don't choose it. You need to bring the equal to sign. Okay. Question 10. If equals SQRT into bracket 50 divided by 2 is entered in a cell, it will return. To solve this also, first you need to simplify what is in the bracket. So 50 divided by 2 should give you what? 25, isn't it? So you have SQRT 25. And SQRT means square root of. Okay. So square root of 25 will give you what? It will give you 5. You can put that on your calculator and see. What matters is to know the meaning of each function. Okay. So the correct answer for question 10 is C. 11. If 5, 2, 4, 10, and 7 are entered into the cells B1, B2, B3, B4, and B5 respectively, it means that 5 goes for B1, 2 goes for B2, 4 goes for B3, 10 goes for B4, and 7 goes for B5. That's the meaning of the word respectively. Okay. Equals max into bracket B1 column B5 bracket close entered into B7. Then B7 will display. Now, please, column means 2. Okay, to TO. Okay, so you have B1 column B5. It means from B1 to B5. That's the meaning. So, and when we say max, max means maximum. It means that you want the maximum value from the range of what? B1 to B5. So, among these values, which of them is the maximum value? The maximum among them is what? Is this, which is 10. Okay, so the correct answer for question 11 is B. Question 12. Now, question 12 also gives us the same question, but this time around it says if MIN B1 column B5 bracket close entered into B8, then B8 will display. Now, mean means minimum, so it means it wants the minimum value from B1 to B5. Which of them is the minimum among them? So the minimum is what? Is 2. The lowest is what? Is 2. So the correct answer for question 12 is B. 13. 13 also gives us the same question, but this time round is asking that equals SUM into bracket B1 column B5 entered into B9, then B9 will display. Now, to answer this, remember I said column means 2. So sum means addition. So it's telling you to add from B1 to B5. It means B1 plus B2 plus B3 plus B4 plus B5. So since these are their values, we are going to add them together. So 5 plus 2 will give you what? 7, isn't it? Plus 4, 11, isn't it? Plus 10, 21, isn't it? Plus 7, 28. So the correct answer for question 13 is E, 28. You can use your calculator for it, okay? 14. 14 is also giving us same question. But this time around it says equals average into bracket B1 to B5 entered into B10, comma, then B10 will display. Now, what this is saying is that you should find a mean. Okay, mean is the same as average. Now, to get the mean, you are going to add all the values from B1 to B5 together and divide it by their number. So to do that, we are going to have what? 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 10 plus 7. Then we divide it by, how many are there in number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we divide it by 5. So when we add the numerator, we get 28 divided by 5. And 28 divided by 5 will give you 5.6. So the correct answer for question 14 is D. 15. 15 is also giving us same question. But this time around it says equals product into bracket B1, comma B5 entered into B11. Then B11 will display. To solve this, please take a close look at this. When you look at B1 and B5, you see that this time around you don't have a column. You have a comma. Be very careful with this. What this is saying is that you should just multiply the value of B1 and the value of B5. Just multiply the two of them only. So what is the value of B1? B1 is what? Is 5. And B5 is 7. So it's just telling you to multiply just 5 and 7. So 5 times 7 will give you what? 35, isn't it? So the correct answer for question 15 is C. If this place were column, okay, B1 column B5, then it means you should multiply 5 times 2 times 4 times 10 times 7. But because of the comma, then you are not going to multiply all. You are just going to multiply B1 and B5. Question 16. Now, in question 16, we have same thing. But here it says equals count into brackets B1 column B5 entered into B12. Then B12 would display. Now, this means that you should count the values from B1 to B5. From B1 to B5, count them. So how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 in numbers. Okay. So the correct answer for question 16 is C. 17. Given that A1 equals 3 and B1 equals 6 equals B1 divided by A1 times B1 minus A1 greater than or equal to. This is how we write greater than or equal to in Excel. Okay, this is how you write it, greater than or equal to. But in Excel, you write it this way. You write greater than and bring equal to at the front of it. If you want to write less than or equal to also, you type less than and bring equal to at the front of it. Okay, then B1 times A1 divided by B1 plus A1 times B1. They want to know if this is true or false. So to solve this, you can decide to take just this part only. Take this part only. Now when we take just this part, which is B1 divided by A1 times B1 minus A1. Now when you look at this, we have division, multiplication, and subtraction. And according to the order of operation, we need to operate division and multiplication first before we operate minus and addition, isn't it? Now, also between multiplication and division, which of them are we going to operate first? For these ones, for multiplication and division, it depends on where they are located. Okay. Now, if division is at the left, you operate the division first. Okay, but if multiplication were to be at the left and division were to be at the right, then you operate the multiplication first. Okay, so for this particular one, we are operating the division first. So first, we substitute the values into it. So B1 is 6 and A1 is 3. B1 is 6, A1 is 3. So since we are operating the division first, then 6 divided by 3 will give you what? 2, isn't it? So we have 2 times 6 minus 3. Now we can now operate the multiplication. So 2 times 6 will give you what? 12, isn't it? So we write 12 minus 3. And 12 minus 3 will give you what? 9. Then we take this part also separately and solve. So we recall B1 times A1, that's inside brackets, divided by B1 plus A1 times B1. Now, whenever you have this, now when you look at this, we have brackets, we have multiplication, we have addition, and we have division. The first thing to operate according to the order of operation, the first one to operate among these should be the bracket. Now, to operate the bracket, within the bracket, we have two things multiplying. So let's first substitute into this also. So we have 6 times 3 divided by 6 plus 3 times 6. Now here we have multiplication, division, addition, and multiplication. We have bracket. Now according to the order of operation, we should operate the bracket first, isn't it? So within the bracket, we have 6 times 3, isn't it? So we operate the 6 times 3. So 6 times 3 will give you what? 18, isn't it? So we have 18 divided by 6 plus 3 times 6. According to the order of operation, we operate division and multiplication next before addition. But the choice of the one to operate first between division and multiplication depends on where they are located. Now, the division is at the left side, isn't it? So we start from the left. Now, if multiplication were to be at the left, then we will operate the multiplication first. The division is rather at the left, so we will operate the division first. Okay. So 18 divided by 6 will give you what? 3, isn't it? So we have 3 plus 3 times 6. So now we can operate the multiplication. So 3 times 6 will give us what? 18, isn't it? So we have 3 plus 18. And 3 plus 18 will give us 21. You can put the whole of this on your calculator. Provided you fix it very well, you get 21. And this, you get 9. Now, is 9 greater than or equal to 21? No, 9 is never greater than or equal to 21. That is false. So, the correct answer for question 17 is B. 18. Which of the following is not a statistical function? Now, the correct answer for this is B. Max is a statistical function. We use it to determine the maximum value. Okay. A mean, which is MIN, minimum, is also a statistical function. We use it to determine the minimum value. So that if you want to find a range, you can say maximum minus minimum to know the range. Also, average, we use it to find the arithmetic mean. Okay, so average is a statistical function. Probability, is also a statistical function. And the median, we use it to determine the median, which is also a statistical function. So the only one which is not a statistical function here is the SQRT, that's the square root. Question 19. Which of the following symbols can be used to introduce a formula into an Excel cell? Now, among these 5, from I to V, among them, the only ones you can use to introduce a formula into an Excel cell are equal to, minus, and plus. But this star and hash cannot be used. So therefore the answer is I, and V. So the correct answer is E. I, and V only. Question 20. When the number 254,500.5 is entered into a cell that is formatted as numeric with 2 dp and 1000 separator, what will be displayed in the cell when the enter key is pressed? Now 2 dp means 2 decimal places, so it means that we should leave, as in after the points, you should put this in 2 decimal places, so that will be 50. And it also says 1000 separator. 1000 separator means that before the decimal, okay, you count 1, 2, 3. Then after counting 1, 2, 3, the next one you bring a comma over there. So you have 254,500.50, which is 2 decimal places. So the correct answer is B, 254,500.50. So this means 2 decimal places. 1000 separator means you should bring comma in every 3 digits to the right. Okay, so I'll end it here for now. This video is just to give you some clue on how to solve questions on functions and formula in your CSM exams, so you can take more questions and then practice them. Okay, so you can check the description area below for link to another video on CSM. Thank you.